Oh man, I gotta fix my tire. Yo, what's up, y'all? I'm in Society Hill right now. We're at our first candidates forum. It's from 5:30 to 8:30 today on a Friday. I'm excited. I'm excited to talk to some constituents, let them know my plan for Newark. I've been dreaming about this moment for a while now, of being amongst the other candidates and being able to showcase my platform. So here it is. All the work that we've been putting in this last year, everything is happening now. So I'm gonna vlog everything, and I'm excited, man. I don't know. I'm just excited. I'm excited to share everything with my people. I hope y'all like it, man. Peace. Gayle has arrived. How you doing, Gayle?
Hello, sir.
I see you.
How are you?
I'm good.
Good.
Let's rock and roll. Let's rock and roll, baby.
And thank you for being here tonight. My name is Terrence Mason, and it is an honor to serve as your moderator for the Central Ward election, special election, occurring in November of 2025. You guys excited about that?
Yes.
Jamar is an activist and entrepreneur who has worked on grassroots campaigns and community building efforts throughout Newark. He is a part of a new generation of leadership that emphasizes innovation, accountability, and bridging generational divides.
I prepared the statement for everyone. Good evening, everyone. My name is Jamar Youngblood. I am 37 years old. I grew up right here in the Central Ward. In 2015, I returned from Dartmouth College after studying how local governments operate around the world. I came back home because I knew I had ideas that could help improve our city. One of my core beliefs is that a fully transparent government is possible here in Newark. We just need sensible laws and better systems. And this past May, I presented a law to our council members that will require City Hall to share how they are spending public money. I think it's a vital first step that will enable residents to hold our local government accountable. Yeah, so Article 1, Section 2 of the New Jersey Constitution says all political power comes from the people. All political power is inherent in the people. Government is instituted for the protection, security, benefit of the people, and they have the right at all times to alter or reform it whenever the public good may require it. We need to put that to the test. I'm proposing a dashboard of all government data, spending, crime, everything, so you have the data, so you feel equipped to hold our local government accountable. The reason you have trouble holding the government accountable is because you don't have the information. I want to give all of the information to the public so you see how the government is spending money, the decisions they make, everything. You deserve it all. So that's my idea, to hold the government accountable by giving you the data. We need to innovate. One of the ideas I'm proposing is a Yelp style platform where we can review every city department. Anyone who receives tax dollars, you as residents should be able to review their service. So think of a Yelp style platform where you can just basically review everyone. So if it's trash cleaning and the street's not clean, you can go review them. If it's customer service, anyone in the City Hall, you should be able to review their service and put them on blast if they're not doing their job. Of all the jobs in Newark, only 20% of those jobs are going to Newark residents. My idea is to build a public economy that can rival the private economy, because so many businesses are just taking money from our city and they are bringing it back to their city to pay taxes. I'm proposing a public economy that is partially owned by residents, partially owned by the government. So these could be restaurants, food stores, these could be manufacturing shops. These could be anything we think that we can generate money from. Then that way that we can not only set the prices, we then can provide jobs to our local residents. So when you think of most of the high-paying jobs, a lot of those jobs are downtown. So we know a lot of those big corporate companies are not hiring Newarkers. So when you speak of affirmative action, this is why I'm proposing the public dashboard, so everyone has access to all this data. So when we go and we speak to the city council members, they're not calling us crazy and saying that we're making this stuff up. If this data is available to y'all, then y'all can make the complaints, we take your complaints, and we go create the legislation needed to create change. I'm going to keep repeating the same thing I keep saying. We need to give residents access to the data. We spend $225 million on the police, and I can make the argument that money isn't the problem. So the problem is the access is that the community members are not involved because you don't know how many crimes there are. You don't know where the crimes are. So imagine if you had this public dashboard that's giving you all the crime stats, all the data on crime in your neighborhood, all the data on crime in surrounding neighborhoods. I think you would feel more equipped to come up with the solutions. I'm almost certain that the people in here and the people I talk to every day are smarter than the people in City Hall. And I promise you, you have ideas, but you need the data to come up with better ideas, and that's what I'm proposing. I want to give you access to as much data as I legally can so you can help us come up with better solutions and better laws to help you all. I have to use my influence as a council member to speak up on these things. We all know these guns are not just coming from us. We're not creating these guns. We're not shipping these guns. So that's a national discussion that we need to talk about. How are these guns getting in our community? So that's above what my job is as a council member, but I would use my influence to speak on these high-level issues that should be solved by the state and the federal government. I am an artist, and I can tell you most of the people who are in control of Newark Arts, many of them are not from Newark, and Newarkers have a lot of problems getting access to some of the resources that Newark Arts provides. So that's number one. We need to invest in our own. So that's the first thing. The second thing is there's no reason why Newark should not be the amateur sports capital of the world. We have a train station. We have airport. We have resources like Shakur Stevenson, Shaquille O'Neal. We have JFK. We should use every resource we have to build some type of infrastructure for youth sports where people are traveling all over the world to come watch youth sports right here in Newark. For me, talking to seniors also have a problem with only getting attention when it's time to vote. So during election season, I think that's the main issues our seniors have. But we also need to be innovative in how we solve most of our problems. Right now, there is an intergenerational gap where our youth are being led by other youth. When I was younger, I spent so much time with my grandparents, and that's why I think I am the way I am today. We need to get our seniors and our youth together. Maybe we pay the youth to go hang out with the seniors a few times a week so they can just get some of that wisdom and some of that knowledge, but we need to be innovative in solving some of these problems. And that's one of my ideas, is connecting the youth and the seniors, getting them together. We need to make it a priority to engage with our seniors. I would be engaging with our seniors more if I was allowed in some of these senior buildings. I always get kicked out every time I go, so we need to make it a priority. The same way we invest in the arts and everything else, we need to make it a priority. And if I'm elected, I have a lot of energy. I will be hanging out with the seniors every single week, that's for sure. So yesterday, I went to the school board meeting, and Deborah and I spoke, and we spoke out against Roger Leone getting that contract extension, and apparently they did not pass it. So I just continue to speak truth to power, use data to use my influence to speak truth to power, and that's what everyone should be doing to protect us, to protect our youth. But again, we need access to the data. I had to go do research and go talk to people and do so much to get this data. This should be easily available to everyone by going to a simple web page. So I just continue to use data to speak truth to power, to protect our youth from people who just want to exploit us. That's all. No one asks me to run. No one, I don't have a mentor. I don't have nothing. I'm just a nerd. I love my city and I have ideas. That's simple. And when you look at some of those buildings that's being put up, you talk about buildings that have enough voting power to really sway elections. So if we don't get our youth involved, the next generation involved in local politics, I fear that we are going to lose the majority of voting power in our city. So my main mission is to inspire our youth and make local politics cool for our youth so Newark could remain the Newark that we all grew up knowing Newark to be. So I was watching the documentary Street Fight by Cory Booker, and that was released 20 years ago. And I realized the same problems exist today. I was 17 years old during that time. The same problems exist 20 years ago as they exist today. We lack leaders who can combine intelligence, integrity, and innovation. Integrity is something, that's the only thing I have. I'm fairly innovative and I have a great skill at uniting intelligent people. So that's my whole thing. I want to give you all of the power so you can hold our government, so you can hold our government accountable. If not, Newark is not going to be Newark for us, and I don't know. I just think you need the power. Like the last thing to save Newark are the people. I can't rely on the federal government. I can't rely on our local government. It's going to be the people, and I want to create the tools and bridge that gap so you can hold our local government accountable. Right now, 56% of the budget is come from property taxes. That's all they know is to raise your taxes. We need to be innovative on how we generate new revenue so your taxes don't go up year after year. Another thing we do, we rely on the federal government for so much of our money. That's not sustainable, because one year you got Donald Trump. Next year you're going to get another Obama. We can't keep doing that. We need to have some type of sustainability in our city, and I think that's going to start with giving the power back to the people, as the Constitution says. Jamar Youngblood, 1F. Thank you. Yo, vote 1F. We had a great forum, I think. It was my first one. We have another one next week, so I'm going to be better prepared. I'm going to be more polished. I'm going to memorize some of my answers, some of my responses. Hello. How you doing, sir? How you doing? How you doing? Yep.
Friend of mine is a big fan of you.
Okay, yeah.
He talks about you all the time.
That's cool, man. That's cool.
Yeah, go back 40 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, I appreciate it, man.
I was so
And I watched the whole gentrification happen from the beginning and what's going on now, and I see it clear. What are your plans to stop it? And do you feel it's necessary?
Again, I have a radical idea, and that's building a public economy that really compete with the private economy, because it's all about economics. It's all about economics. We just getting priced out. We can't afford it. They trying to make it the next Brooklyn, the next Harlem, the next Queens. Like, they're trying. I think we need a public economy where maybe people don't even need USD to survive. We can create our own, like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like our Constitution give us the authority. We just got to be creative and innovative. That's all I'm trying to do. Just bring some, and the funny thing is, they're doing some of these things in other municipalities. So it's like, why can't we do it? It's all because people want control in City Hall. That's what it's been for so long. It's control of the money, control of the resources. That's why I think we have to empower the people. Because one person's not going to do it. I'm not about to go in there and save everything. But if everybody got the data and you got 300 people going to City Hall with the data and with the facts, that's how things change. Yo, guys, I'm done. Forum 1 is over. Forum 2 is next week. Peace.